I am super excited to be talking about authenticity today. I will give everybody a few minutes to pop on. I am really, really excited. If you're just joining us, please say hello in the live chat. I would love to know who I'm talking to. Love it, love it, love it. And I will get started in just a second. I am super excited. Hello, hello. And also, if it takes me a minute to answer a question when we do questions and answers, that is because I have a slight delay on my live feed for some reason. That is so awesome. I am really excited about this. I have never done YouTube Live before, so this is something new for me, and I am all about stepping outside of your comfort zones, and this was huge. This was a big, I always do Facebook Lives, and I do YouTube videos, but I've never done a YouTube Live. So this, for me, was a pretty big deal. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just go out there. I like to speak at events. I like to do that kind of thing. So I was like, why not go live on YouTube? It ain't gonna hurt anything, right? So I am really, really excited to be talking about authenticity. And I have the definition on my phone. Exactly. It happens and we just keep on trugging, right? That's what we do. So I am excited and I wanted to talk about authenticity. Some people don't know what authenticity is and what it means. So I looked up the actual definition off of the dictionary website, and it is a worthy of acceptance or belief as conforming to or based on fact is authentic, right? So paints an authentic picture of our society. So a real picture, something true based on fact. Or not false, so not being fake. Or true to one's own personality, spirit, or character, which is a big one. Number 3 is where we're going to focus at. So the third one is being true to one's own personality and our own spirit or character. So that is where I like to focus my time. So that is authenticity. So what does that look like? What does being true to one's own self, one's own character, one's own personality? What does that look like, right? It's hard to understand because people walk around all the time and they're not being authentic with themselves and they don't even know it. So that is huge, right? Half the time we don't even know that we're being authentic. So one thing for me is what I like to do is how to tell if you're being authentic, right? My good example, which is more recent for me, but it's a true testimony to myself and everything that I go through. And this is my example to how I live authentically. And I like to share it with others. So I am a bold, loud, crazy person. That's my personality, right? So if I have been interning at an agency that is not that way at all whatsoever, and I've been going back and forth on whether that was what I wanted to do. It's easy. So I'm like, you know what, that's okay. Well, then they kept turning around and saying, no, you can't do this. No, you can't do that. No, you can't wear this. Well, that's great for a lot of people. But for me, that's not okay. I'm loud, I'm bold. I'm actually in black today, which doesn't usually happen. It was 100% because I wanted to wear my leopard print. So as you can tell, probably by looking at me, I don't have my makeup done today, but I have half my head shaved off. Like half of it's gone. So authentically me is being loud, being in your face in a good way, not in a bad way. It's me. That's being me. If I try to tie myself down and talk quietly and whisper and put my hair back and not wear makeup and dress in all black, that would not be me. That's not me being authentically me. Being authentically me is doing what I'm doing, shaving half my head, and not caring what people think, right? And I really, really encourage that in everyone and everybody I touch. I really just feel that it's so important to be yourself. So being yourself is huge, right? Not everybody can be themselves. They get wrapped up in something that they don't like doing. Say you work as a manager at Target, right? That's not really what you want to do, but it's a paycheck. So you're doing it. But maybe you're like, I don't know what I want to do with my life. A lot of people are there. That's huge. A lot of people have no idea what they want to do with their life. So they do something that isn't inspiring. It's just a paycheck. That's what they do. That's what most people do. That's what I was going to do. So it takes a lot to step back and really evaluate. Exactly. It's exactly it. Not being ourselves becomes just a habit. That's exactly it. You just walk around and you're doing it. You're going with the flow and you're living. You're not super happy. You're not over the top, but you're just kind of going with the flow. That's how most people live. You know you're living authentically if you're super passionate and you could do, if someone said, I'm not going to pay you to do this, right? There is not one paycheck involved in this, but you still want to do it. That's what you should be doing. That's your passion and you're being authentically you. So we get wrapped up in like society's view of what we should be. We should go to college. We should get a job. We should have kids. Well, guess what? If you don't want that stuff, then that's not being you if you go do it. So I think it's really, really important to figure out what our authentic self is. So how do you do that, right? How do you go and become your authentic self? How do you find out who that was after it's been 10, 12 years, however many years, society's been telling you do it this way, and you're like, wait a minute, I'm not happy doing this. This isn't me. Exactly. They have to scare you. I love that, Lana. It's so true. If they don't scare you, you're not doing it. That's 100% true. So how do you know, right? How do you know how to find yourself? That's really, really difficult. It is. But at the same time, it's super easy. I know that sounds really backwards. Really backwards. It's okay. I understand. I'm super passionate about it too. That's why I'm doing this. I absolutely love it. So how do you do that? How do you dig down deep? And I'm talking ugly deep. Deep like you don't even want to go there. Like that deep stuff that you've suppressed down for a long, long time, like maybe you were 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that stuff is going to help you to be developed into your authentic self. All of that stuff that's way deep down in there is going to come out. You got to feel it. You got to embrace every single emotion that you've ever felt. That's bad, that's good, and this is going to help you develop and find your path. It just is how it is. So for me, I have always liked helping people, right? I've always been a talker, which is why I like doing this. I've always talked a bunch to people. I love making connections. I love making friends. And I was going to stuff myself in a counseling room. Why? Because it's an easy paycheck and everybody told me that's what I should do. Everybody said, Nicole, you make a great counselor. Okay, so that's what I did. Well, guess what? It wasn't until recently that I realized I don't really want to be a counselor, not like you're in the box counselor. That's just not who I am. I cannot suppress myself, who is loud and in your face and super passionate and like speaking and talking to a lot of people, to go into a counseling room where you're not supposed to really talk. Like you're supposed to give feedback, but you're not supposed to really talk. So that doesn't align at all with who I am. So it's really important to dig down in there, right? And find out, what is this going on, right? What was I like as a child? What was I like when I was growing up? Did someone alter my path a little bit? Like, when I was really, really young, was I super into sports? And then someone said, no, you're a girl. You shouldn't be doing sports. You should be doing, art. And then all of a sudden I was into art because my parents put me in art lessons. Like, your authentic self, maybe you like art, but maybe authentically you're into sports. So you have to really dig way back. It's like an onion. You have to peel off all of these layers to find out who the core is, because society and everybody around us has built up so many layers on top of us, right? We have layers and layers and layers of this built up society image of who we should be. So a lot of times we're not living who we really are because it's lost in these onion layers. I know that sounds really strange. And if you're just joining me, I really hope that you say hello and tell me who you are if I don't know you, or just say hey if I do know you. I would love to chat with you. But so it's a lot like an onion. That's how I view authenticity and finding your authentic self, right? To find it, we have to start peeling away these onion layers, and they could be superficial or they could be not superficial. There's also ways to know that you're not being authentic, right? Are you doing something just because someone tells you to? That's not authenticity. Are you doing something because it's easy? That's not authenticity. What you want to do is going to be hard. To be you true to yourself, it's not going to be easy. And people are going to tell you no. People are going to say you can't do it. They're going to tell you that's not safe. You shouldn't do this. There's going to be so many things that people are going to tell you. And you know why? Because they're trying to make you. They're trying to mold you into who they think you should be, not who you should be and who you feel you should be, or any of the sort. It's going to be someone telling you who they think you should be in society because of what they feel. They're not caring. A lot of them aren't caring about how, I feel, or how Jen feels, or how Loretta feels down the street. They're caring about what is going on that they see. They haven't seen the whole picture, right? You only know your whole story. You can only go through and peel back these onion layers. So it's not easy. It is not easy at all to find it, but at the same time it is, because it just takes self-discovery. It's all about self-discovery and finding who you are and how you want to live your life. So if I told you tomorrow, I want you to go be a manager at a fast food chain, if you're not passionate about cooking and serving people in that fashion, you're going to be like, no, that's not what I want to do. Don't let other people tell you what to do, because that's exactly what happens. People told me I was crazy. I walked in, I said, shave half my head off. That's what I want to do. That's who I am. I'm loud, I'm bold, and I'm in your face. Like, shave half my head off. Are you sure? Yeah. What's your supervisor going to say? I don't know, I'll figure that out when I get there. Shave it off. And they did. But you know what? Do you know how many looks I've gotten? What are you doing with half your head off? That's not cute. Guess what? I don't care. I like it. That's me owning me. A lot of it is owning yourself, right? Take back your own life and live the way you want to live. Don't let other people dictate the way you should be living your life, because that's all authenticity is. To live authentically is to take back your own life and live it and own it and make sure that you're like full on like a semi-truck plowing down the highway. Just own your life and do it in the way that you want to do it. I know that some people are married. I'm married. My husband, he's in the military, so they kind of own his life a little bit, but he loves it. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to be a counselor, right? So he was like, okay. And then I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to be a life coach. He was like, what? I don't even know. And he was like, I don't know about that. And he was doubting it, right? And I'm like, no, I know. I am built for this. So even though my own spouse said, I don't know that that's a good idea, all this doubt is there and people are going to try and push you down. I was like, no, this is me. This is what I'm built to do. And it's going to be hard. I have to build a business from the ground up and find people who love me and connect with me. And it's going to be difficult. But you know what? I'm going to do it because this is what I'm built for. This is what I'm passionate about. And at the end of the day, even if I wasn't going to get paid and I didn't have anything to be paychecked or any of the sort, I would still do this. And that's how I know I'm living authentically. So if you aren't living to where you would go to work every day and you wouldn't care if there was a paycheck, you're probably not living authentically. And it's time to peel back those layers and find out what that person in the center is, to find out what you live for at your core, because that is going to be who you are and who you should be expressing outwards. Your core should be expressed outwards, not being covered up by all these onion layers. That's not how it works, right? That's not how it works. We don't want to live sheltered. We don't want to live someone else's dream. We want to live our own dream. We want to be satisfied. We want to be content in our own lives and happy. And if you're not being authentic, you're not going to be happy. Not truly. You might be content in going through the motions, but you're not going to be thrilled, happy every single day of your life because you're not owning yourself. You need to take back the reins and put yourself back in the driver's seat and go forward with your life. Go forward in a fashion. You know what? It's going to be hard. If you're already not living, then it's going to be so hard. And yes, I love that you brought that up. It's so difficult to go without your why. I love that you brought that up, Leanna. Your why is so crucial. Like, my why is not going to be the same as your why. And it's not going to be the same as anybody else's why. My why stems back from my past, and it's not something I'm ready to share on Facebook Live yet. However, that's what fuels me. I don't want people to live like I lived before. I want people to live an abundant life. You know, it is so important to live authentically you, and it is difficult to really start to peel back those. It's going to be an emotional journey, but you know what? It is worth it at the end of the day to take back your life and start over. You can start over. Tomorrow is a new day, right? Tomorrow is a new day. You do not have to live tomorrow like you did today. That's the beauty of waking up in the morning, is you get to put your feet on the ground and start going like a whole new day, right? We don't have to repeat the same day over and over and over again. You can start a whole new life, start peeling back that onion and get going. For some people, it's going to be easier than others because they might be on the brink there. Yeah, Leanna, it is. It's tough. It's tough. There's a lot that goes into whys, and you need a strong why. At that, you can't make it just, oh, I just want to make good money. That's not a why. You need to really self-discover your why. You need to go back, and your why is usually in your core. Your core of who you are and how you blossom out, usually your why is right up in there. It's close. You know, you've got, it's so crucial. I can't even, like, there's not even enough words to tell you how important it is to live your own life authentically. It is so crucial. Without living authentically, you're not going to be as happy as you should be. You're just not. And my job as a life coach is to make sure that you're happy, right? That's all I want for your life. That's why I'm doing this whole webinar on authenticity and why it's so important. Because if you're not being authentic, you're not going to be truthfully happy. And I'm sorry, I know I'm talking a million miles an hour. That's the Jersey coming out of me. When I get going about a subject that I'm super passionate about, that's what happens. I just talk a lot. So I really just want to encourage you to start peeling back those onion layers, because it's hard, but it's worth it. It is so worth it, because without peeling those back, you're not going to grow. You're just going to keep piling stuff and crap on top of you, and you don't want to do that. You want to grow. You want to grow in your life. It's almost like being reborn in a sense. When you decide to peel back those onion layers, find out your why and who you are at the core, and say, this is what I want to do with my life, you can start moving forward and putting back in all these little memories and start piecing together your life in such a new way. You're not going to be covered with all the crap society puts on you. You'll be doing what you want to do, and it's going to make you so happy. So I know I've been talking a bit, I'm ranting, and that's what I do. So I wanted to stop, and I'll take a few questions. I'm happy to answer questions that you might have. They'll pop up in my little live box off to the corner of the screen right there. It's a little bit delayed, so if it takes me a minute to answer, that's why. But I'm going to take up questions for a few minutes. If you have anything, feel free to ask me. I'm an open book. I also, while you're thinking about questions, I want to let you know I'm really excited about this. So in the description of the YouTube Live, there is a link for a Google Doc, not my website, but a Google document. And I am going to be offering a 1-week course on how to live authentically and finding your authentic self. It's going to be $50, and I'm going to start it not this coming up week, but the following week after. And it's going to run for 1 whole week. There's going to be videos. There's going to be a workbook. It's going to be a big self-discovery course. So I'm super excited to offer that to you. So if you're interested in it, there's only 15 slots. If you know someone that's interested in it or who needs it, feel free to reach out to them and give them the sign-up information, because it's super limited. I'm only taking 15 people for it. The course content is going to be amazing. I can't wait. I'm going to do a few lives. It's going to be in a Facebook group. So I'm really, really excited to offer that to everybody who's watching. And I mean, I'm just so excited because I know that I would sign up for $50 because that's not much for a full week of content. But so that I'm offering to you guys. Thank you for listening to me rant. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free. If you want to, I'll stay on a few more extra minutes so they can pop up if you want to pop on and do a comment or a question, concern, anything of the sort. And then if I go off live and you think of a question, feel free to reach out to me. My email, my website is at the bottom, and there's a contact me button. So if you want to contact me that way, you can, or you can reach out to me on Facebook. I don't know that there's really a messaging feature on YouTube because I'm not that fluent in YouTube. I'm figuring it out. But yeah, so I'm really, really excited about that. The self-discovery program is going to be amazing. Amazing. I just cannot wait to let everybody indulge themselves in it. So I'll wait a few more minutes and see if anyone has any questions at all. And I will be sure to answer them. Like I said, you can reach out to me at any time. You can email me, contact me, and that's fine. And if you're interested in the Google Doc, in the course, just fill out the Google document and I'll get back to you. Like I said, it's only 15 slots. So it's going to be such a journey of peeling back your onion layers. Thank you so much, Leanna. I get like super, this is how I am. Like when I start going, I'm rolling. I won't even realize it. All of a sudden I'm like, oh, like I've been talking for an hour. I just absolutely love it. So I'm really, really, really excited about this. I haven't done much group work. I've done it, but I haven't like produced it. So I'm really excited to really divulge in that with you guys. I'm just really excited. I know, I'm like grinning from ear to ear. I just know so many people that could totally use this, and it helps in so many ways. It really does, to know your authentic self. It covers so much more than just your career. It'll go into your relationships. It goes into every single thing you do. And it's just so crucial. So that's why I really wanted to offer this to you guys. All right, you amazing ladies. If you guys need anything, please reach out to me. Thank you so much, so much for listening to me on this amazing night. I know it's Sunday and I know Game of Thrones is on, so I know a lot of people have stuff they gotta be doing. So if you need anything, feel free to reach out to me. And I really hope I hear from you ladies. Reach out and contact me because I would love to chat with you. So I hope you guys have an awesome night. Thank you again for listening. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, you ladies, have an amazing night, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Goodbye.